Greetings and grace. Hey, we are still going on and rocking it out from dawn to dawn. The times, morning versus dancing, dancing versus morning. What are you? What are you choosing to do? Let's talk about it. We're going to get on into it as you already know. Pray you are well. Let's get into it. All right. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down, a time to build, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Make love, not war, man. What do workers gain from their toil? I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has made everything beautiful in its time. And He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one could fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. Oh, excuse me, guys. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it and nothing taken from it. God does it so that people will fear Him. And by fear, we mean respect, revere. Look it up, you guys. Look it up in Hebrew. Whatever is has already been, and what will be has been before. And God will call the past to account. And I saw something else under the sun. In the place of judgment, wickedness was there. In the place of justice, wickedness was there. I said to myself, God will bring into judgment both the righteous and the wicked, for there will be a time for activity, for every activity, and a time to judge every deed. And we're just going to skip down to verse 22. So I saw that there is nothing better for a person than to enjoy their work, because that is their lot. For who can bring them to see what will happen after them? Y'all, today we are talking about a time to dance. A time to dance. A little tutting with you. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about a little jazz hands? Hit you with the, was this the Cabbage Patch? I know the Cabbage Patch. Hit you with a let it rain, a clear it out. A let it rain, a clear it out. A little chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Hit you with a hit you with the chicken. Hit you with the whatever this was. Hit it up a little boppity bop bop. Man, y'all ain't ready for that. For those of you that do know me, you know one thing's for certain. I love dancing. I have always loved dancing. Even back when I would get started, my mom got me involved in they call it, a lot of people call it praise dancing, but the way she taught it was ministry, and it was liturgical dancing. Learned some miming as well, and then You Got Served came out. And when You Got Served came out, let me tell y'all, we had the $2 cinemas, okay? I was going to see You Got Served. Then that joint came out on Hollywood Video and Blockbuster. And when I tell you, I was renting that joint out every single week. I was renting that joint out every single week, to the point where one day I just ended up dancing. I'm like, wait a second, I know this next move that comes on. And I was like, okay. I was like, 365 Timberland, Timberland, Timberland. Yeah, I was getting into it. And I was like, whatever I say, y'all gotta do y'all too, y'all too, y'all too. And I was like, oh Lord, guess who's summoned? Timberland, hey, freaking for the drum. Yeah, so I started to learn hip hop then. I am okay when it comes to the hip hop. And I have found that liturgical, I'm great at, mime, I'm great at, and ballroom, I am good at. And hip hop, I am okay at. Contemporary, I would put that with good. I would put that with the ballroom, because ballroom, man, ballroom's so beautiful, you guys. All right, if you haven't yet, dancing a waltz is really as beautiful as they say. And when you do, if you could get a whole entire waltz song, it's amazing. You feel amazing. I love the waltz, the rumba, the tango, salsa, merengue. Fun fact: when I was in college, I was learning a little bit of ballroom, like a mixture at a. It was a really fun class, and I had an art teacher, and he was cute, right? And then right, and so we were talking about merengue, right? A whole bunch of us were like, we were talking about merengue, and I was like, Professor, do you know how to merengue? And he was like, do I know how to merengue? And then we started merengue. I said, oh my gosh. And we started giggling. You know what I'm saying? We were young. We were like 18, 19 years old. But I was like, hello. Okay, Professor. Anyway, I'm just saying that, dancing is phenomenal. Ballroom dancing is extra phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of it. I mean, the foxtrot is beautiful as well. The regular foxtrot is like the intro to foxtrot. It's the basics to like every two step, every dance. In fact, every single line dance that's out there is has the foundation of ballroom steps, by the way. And then there's the foxtrot when you're like super duper, like you're a master with it and professional with it. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's like they're gliding across the floor. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I could talk about dancing all day, as you can see. Oh, and you know what? Your girl was a B girl. Yes, I was a B girl. If you look up my channels on YouTube, you gonna see me dancing. I was dancing to Justin Bieber. I was dancing to everybody. A little bit of Ursh, baby. I danced to Kaylani. I danced to Justin Timberlake. I danced to like a whole bunch. I danced to Beyonce. So, your girl was out here trying to dance a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? And theater as well. I was dancing then, and dance. It's just dancing's fun. It's a great way to also release endorphins or dopamine. No, I think it's endorphins. But we're gonna talk about mourning in the sense of not of it being like, we're talking about mourning in the sense of it's time to let go, right? There is a time to mourn, right? You can mourn what it is that you let go and then let that sucker go, right? Last night we talked about let's see, we talked about weeping and a time to laugh. Today we're talking about the healthy type of mourning, and we are specifically talking about letting go. But first, as you already know, we're going to look up etymology, baby, at freedictionary.com coming through. Mourn, to feel or express grief or sorrow, to show grief for death by conventional signs, as when wearing black clothes, to make a low and distinct mournful sound, especially of a dove, to feel or express deep regret for, to grieve over, to utter sorrowfully. Okay, we are looking at more specifically when I talk about mourning this evening, we are talking about to feel or express grief or sorrow. We're just going to talk about letting it go. Let's see if the thesaurus will have it right. Let's see. Grieve for, wail for, weep for, keen for, lament, miss, grieve for, wear black for, bewail, deplore, bemoan, maybe bemoan or deplore. Let's deplore. Wow, this is cool, you guys. I like this. That's interactive. To feel or express strong disapproval of. Lord have mercy. It's not giving me what it is that I'm looking for, but I mean, well, we don't want to denounce. I like that. What is bemoan? Complain about. We definitely don't want to rue. Okay, let's go back to deplore. I love this, you guys. This is a great website. Highly recommend, because I mean, look at, they move, and let's see, denounce. That is so much fun. Okay, let's see, denounce. Let's see. To condemn openly as being wrong or reprehensible. Okay, to inform against someone, to give formal announcement of the ending of. Bam. This is the mourn that I really like here. So we went from mourning to the thesaurus, to denounce, to give formal announcement of the ending of. This is what we're talking about today, y'all. And then let's see. I mean, we can look up the definition of dance, but to move rhythmically, it's usually to music using prescribed or improvised steps and gestures. All right. So Yeah. One, two, three, four. This is how we you know what I'm saying? You better hit that chicken noodle soup, the Mississippi cha-cha slide, the cha-cha slide, the electric slide. I have a couple of line dances myself. You better go ahead, hit that Cotton Eye Joe. That's a good song too. All right, so we're talking about to give formal announcement of the ending of. We're talking about today something that I found, and I think this is pretty cool. This is a2zenlife.com. A to Zen Life. A to Zen Life. And it said a simple path to living better. 20 things to let go of in 2023 for a better and happier life. We letting stuff go. Shouts out to Marissa. Thank you, Marissa. Okay. So skirt. Fear of the future. Let it go. This is how anxiety happens. The illusion of control, let it go, because you know what, that brings an amount of overwhelm upon other people, and it brings you to a place of overwhelm because you are fearful of the unknown. And it's understandable, it really is understandable. But sometimes if you're super controlling, you're kind of suffocating people. So be encouraged with that. The need for more things, appreciate what it is you already have now. Gratitude. Clutter in all its forms. Hello, somebody. Yes. Right? Why do we need all the things that we need? We don't. Most of the time we don't. There's a documentary, and it's called minimalism. I think it's called minimalism. Or minimalist. It was on Netflix many years ago. It might still be on Netflix today, but they have this minimalist, the group, right? They have this principle. They have this principle, and this principle is, if you don't use it or if you don't touch it within like 3 to 5 days, then you don't need it. And specifically, I'm saying, the stuff that, you're like, I need that, I need that. Now, if it's important stuff, of course, you're not gonna touch it every 5 days or whatever. You want to hold on to that. But if you don't need it, if you're not using it, then for the most part, you don't need it. And that was a really great documentary. I saw it many years ago, probably about 2016. And ever since I've seen that, it was a great seed. And I actually started removing stuff that I didn't need, and I've lost a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, you know what, all right, let it go. I stopped, mourning it, right? That's the word. And instead chose to denounce it. It was like, okay, you know what, it's all good, things can be replaced. And you learn that, especially if you end up losing stuff. But even then, if you make the choice to give stuff away and let stuff go, you realize you really don't need much. Now, if you want to do stuff and hold on to stuff, that's you. But there is peace, lots of peace that is found when you declutter. So be encouraged. Go through your dressers, go through your closets, and if you can let it go, let it go. Rock it on out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just sharing. Just sharing. Not, don't want to freak anybody out. Guilt about letting go. Don't let anybody guilt trip you into letting stuff go, because you know what? They want to hold on, let them hold on. Because you know what? Some people, they actually want to hold on to grudges. And let me tell you something. Letting go feels good, because you know what? You're free. A lot of times we hold on to stuff, and why? Why hold on to stuff? If every time your hands are closed, you can't receive anything else. Isn't that Bible? I'm pretty sure that's in the Bible, y'all. Frogs you haven't eaten in. Okay, let's read this one. When you keep putting yucky tasks off, they keep piling up, and it can be tough to know where to start. Yucky, yucky, gucky. Did y'all ever see that movie Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin Hart and The Rock? And the chick, they called her Yucky Gucky. That's what made me think of that. Okay. One strategy is to focus on one area at a time and work your way through the clutter systematically. There's a book on this topic which refers to a famous Mark Twain quote. I'm speaking so fast, you guys. Excuse me. If it is your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat two frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. Mark Twain. Woo. So choosing the biggest task, handling that sucker. I don't know why he chose frogs. Maybe they were eating frogs. I don't know. Bad money habits. Yeah, I'm with that one. A lot of us, myself included, I definitely had some bad money habits, and unlearning all of those things so I can learn the correct stuff and make better decisions, not just for me, but for my future family. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not married or have any children doesn't mean I can't prepare ahead of time, right? Cuz like, hello somebody, I got some things on my list that I want when it comes to those things. And so it's like the way to set that up so that I'm not sitting here stressed out or anything like that is to be smart. And not only that, remember we talked about the Proverbs 31 woman. She is an investor. We as ladies and people in general, but we need to learn how to invest better, not just with money, but also with our time. A lot of times, women, ladies, sisters, we can spend too much. So, and we just do so impulsively. We got to stop that. All right. So, just want to encourage you guys. So, yeah, she talked about paying off debt, tracking your spending, keeping a budget, cutting down on emotional spending, starting a money making side hustle. Come on. Oh, yes, letting go. Toxic relationships. Bye. Don't even, just let it go. Let it go. Blickety block, block, blickety block, block. That is your best friend. Saying yes to everything. Yes. Oh my God. Stop saying yes. Stop saying yes to everything. Your boundaries matter. Last year's goals. Well, it depends on what it is, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that you've been working on and you really want to work on it, continue work on it, set it a little bit higher and keep going with it. The past, let it go. As Elsa says, let it go, let it go. Can't hold it in anymore. Let it go, let it go. And there was also a parody. And then she said, flip the tables, bump you all. That was a really good one. Check out that parody. It was really funny. It was about studying in school. So, number 12, worry about what others think of you. Yeah, you know what? Bump them, bump them. They're gonna think what it is that they want to think. And a lot of times they don't think the best about themselves. They don't think the greatest about the people that are around. And you just, okay, God bless. You think what you want to think, no problem. Now, if it matters and you need to correct it, correct it. But still, okay, believe what you want to believe, baby. Like, there's stuff I still find out that I never knew about me because someone else said something. I said, oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. I've had conversations. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that about myself. Wow, you never know. That stuff out there, it happens. Perfectionism, yes, we have to let these things go. Progression over perfection, progression over perfection, progression over perfection. It's not gonna be perfect. Facebook ain't perfect. What, $1 trillion company? McDonald's ain't perfect. $1 billion company. And you want to be perfect? Nah, put yourself out there, boo. Buyer's remorse, buying things you don't want, you don't need or want just because they're on sale can often lead to buyer's remorse. Yeah, that is a real thing. That that is a real thing. So let go of that, and then also let go of the fact that that's a regret. You know what I'm saying? Let go of regrets. You made the decision. See what you could do. See what you could fix, and keep it moving. Limiting beliefs. Yeah, if something's limiting you, something's holding you back, something's a hindrance, let it go. Grudges. Ugh, grudges. No, please do not hold on to grudges. What for? You know what? Forgiveness is your friend. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Don't hold it in anymore. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Let it go and walk through the door. Little that was a little ad lib for you. Unexpressed feelings. Yeah, let go. Like, don't bottle up your feelings. If you feel some way towards somebody, just be honest about it in a compassionate way, and don't hold and suppress those things because that actually hurts you. That puts your body in fight or flight mode, and when your body is working overtime, it hurts your healthy cells that actually fight off diseases because it's working overtime, especially if you don't have the nutrients. Look up nutrition, y'all. Negative definitions of success. A lot of people think just because people want to be wealthy that they're going to take from everybody else. That's not true. Learn how to play the game and play it in the right ways. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be healthy people, people that care about people that are wealthy. We got to get into place and we got to help take care of people. Not only that, we're not in the sense that we are enabling them or that we're giving like we're a bank. You know what I'm saying? No, We need to get out there. We need to help educate people at expansive rates and expansive levels and scale that and ripple that, make a ripple effect, and then put the charge on everybody else, the responsibility to do the same freaking thing. There's no reason why in the next 20 to 30 years why everybody cannot be living up to their best potential. And whatever that potential is, everybody's potential rate is completely different. There are people who will love to do one thing for the rest of their life, and that one thing is working a 9 to 5 because it's the right environment. It's the environment that helps them and their family. It's the environment that they're happy to go to. It's the environment that keeps the stability that they need. Then there are people who just want to be the mom, the best mom they can be. There's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. You're nurturing a whole entire human being. And there's a lot of horrible human beings out here because they didn't get nurtured. That's an amazing level of potential. So whatever that is in you, create the system for that to help other people do the same thing and create a ripple effect. Let's get these bad people out of here. Too much time on your smartphone. Yes, unplug. Be encouraged to unplug. Toxic fantasy self items. Yeah. Let's see what she said. Let's see. Oh, an idealized image you hold of yourself that exists separate from logic or reality. Two small pants and a goal size or weight. Yeah, that don't. Yeah, that. Yeah, if you can't fit them, baby, work out first so you can get it. Hobby and craft supplies we don't have time for. Books we don't enjoy reading. Yeah, why? Why purchase it? Why get something you don't want to read? Kitchen appliances we never use. Look, man, if you're gonna get in that kitchen, you better use that stuff. You better use that stuff. Okay, I can admit I will take ownership for this one. I was finally given the magic bullet years ago. I mean, this is more than 10 years ago. And I didn't want other people to use it. So I didn't open it for years. And when I finally did, I was so happy. But I was like, why didn't I open it sooner? And I was like, I needed to get out of that. Don't get me wrong. As someone who would share absolutely everything, I knew why I didn't want nobody else to use it because I didn't want to lose it. And I didn't, share everything. You do want to keep some stuff for yourself, but because she said kitchen appliances, for years it just took up space. So I can admit that. Okay. Ingredients that we don't know how to cook. Okay. Marissa, okay, girl. She said ingredients we don't know how to cook with. Learn how to cook them if you're gonna do it, and so much more. But yeah, it's time to get in touch with the real authentic you and let go of fantasy self items. They don't serve you anymore and they only keep you from living a joyful life. Focusing on finding ways to be who you are, not chasing an image of who you want to be. So you know what this makes me think of? Stop being so hard on yourself. Let go of being hard on yourself, because when you are hard on yourself, you cause yourself to shrink in a way that God did not cause you to shrink. There is awesomeness in you, there's greatness in you, there are gifts that God has blessed you with, and those things should be shared. Not And I'm not saying give all of yourself, I'm saying who you naturally are needs to exude from you everywhere you go, right? And so you have to take care of yourself, and you don't want to be so hard on yourself where you hinder yourself from self-love and care, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And I'm not saying be a lover of yourself and like the Bible says, being lovers of themselves. I'm saying, like, love on you and stop being hard on yourself. Forgive yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and you say your name. Let me tell you, the first couple times I did it, I cried. I was like, Imani Allen. I did my full government name, y'all. It's a long behind name. I was like, Imani, I forgive you for all the things you've done, the mistakes you've made. And I just want you to know I love you. I looked myself in the mirror. And the first couple of times I cried, this was many years ago. So I want to encourage you to do that. And if you cry, that's all right. I want to encourage you to keep doing that until you actually believe in it. Till you stop crying, you keep doing that. And you love yourself. And stop being hard on yourself. Stop it. Let the perfectionism go. That's what I want to say today. That's what is on my heart. A to Zen life. I like that. That's a really cute, like, fun way to say it. Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you for what it is that you do. She dropped this joint at 2000 and January 2nd, 2022. Look, y'all. Stop making things harder than they need to be. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are appreciated.